Hello Libra, it's Kendrick from Providence Tarot. I'm coming to you with your proofread for this week. You all know that I am a Libra, Sun and Rising. I'm a double Libra. I have some other planets there, but I'll let that be a mystery to you. Let's look at the first card, the Moon. The Moon is talking about mystery and hidden things. The Moon is also talking about an experience that you learn from. I've learned from the experience. I've learned my lessons. It's talking about emotional sensitivity, and it's talking about cycles. This could almost be the end of a cycle, and it's the end of a cycle that you probably have been feeling coming on. This could have something to do with the goals that you have in mind for yourself. This could have something to do with some changes that could be happening in the home or with the family. This could also be some things that could be happening with the mother, and also just kind of like with the internal struggle, right? A little bit to do with the fears. And, there could be one side of a situation that is fully illuminated, and then there's another side that isn't. So it's kind of like you can see what's behind you, but you don't know what's in front of you. And you could kind of be anticipating what comes next. And, your emotions could be getting stirred up, We're looking at what's motivating you right now as well. This is also the growth or the expansions of your emotions. This is almost the end of a very emotional process, perhaps even. And this is kind of like the moon being illuminated. So something is being illuminated for you, and this is talking about completion, nearing the completion. The moon is exalted in Taurus, so it could have something to do with the home or work, right? Goals, career-oriented goals, that type of thing. Really seeing the meaning behind the experience, okay, that you've been having in terms of career and those goals that you have there. Also foundations, you could be resetting your foundations, right? The full moon is almost like a reset. It's a completion. It's a closing of the door, or a changing of the elevator. With each full moon, it's like the elevator changes floors, and you can see out the window, and the scene is always different each time. So this is saying a different scene, a change of scene here. The Seven of Wands is Mars and Leo. Mars is passion, it's aggression, it is, desire, will, effort, competition, that type of thing. So we are determined to continue to move forward and to continue to push through the challenges and the adversity. We realize that it's, we're experiencing a lot of different levels of growth here, right? It's almost kind of like we're being expressed. We're on like the express train, even though it's kind of difficult, or not express train, but it's almost kind of like a lot of different things occurring at one time that are affecting you emotionally, but you kind of have to like keep going. You can't slow down how you are reacting to things, or you can't necessarily change how you go about doing things at this point. You have to trust in yourself and in your actions, and what you are inspired to do creatively, right? We're talking about your creative passions here as well. Feeling a little bit uncomfortable because you may not know where something is necessarily going for sure, but you're already on your way there. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's been set in motion, and there's almost no stopping it too. with the moon being here and then Leo being ruled by the sun and Mars being here in Leo, it's like Mars and the sun both love Aries. So you could be dealing with opposites, right? You could be dealing with the frustrations or the challenges with the relationship or with something that being opposing you, right? And it's affecting you emotionally, right? Because the Seven of Wands does talk about discomfort, right? For sure. And the moon as well. It does talk about emotional discomfort. It talks about emotional successes as well, because the nines also talk about, trying to achieve some level of success with something, right? And if we are looking at the house that the moon rules for Libra, it's going to be it's going to be Cancer, which is the 10th house, which is, naturally ruled by Capricorn. If your house's sizes are different, then, maybe your midheaven is in your 9th house. I don't know. But for Libra rising, that 10th house is Cancer, and Gemini for some. And Gemini will be the 9th house, actually, and here's a 9. So we are talking about things coming full circle, learning from our experiences, maintaining some level of objectivity, realizing that everything we go through wasn't always meant to hurt us forever. We have to look back on the experience and say, wow, that was a lot, but I actually made it through it, and I learned a lot, and I'm a bigger and better person because of it, right? Wow, the Death card. Definitely some fears, some changes happening, some endings for sure. The Death card does talk about cutting. It does talk about ending things, detaching from situations. We are talking about, Aries energy, Scorpio energy, Cancer energy. Don't be afraid of going after what you want, right? Don't be afraid of going after what you want. Don't be afraid of, maybe not knowing what lies on the other side of having what you want because you've never experienced it before. The Death card talks about, feeling nervous or anxious or afraid, scared, worried about something that you haven't experienced before because you don't know, you have no control over it, right? Over maybe the outcome. But the Death card is definitely talking about a new beginning that's coming in as well, right? The end of a process that was meant to end so that you could experience something new. It's the phoenix that rises out from the ashes. Yes. It's power as well. The power of, personal power, the power of emotions, and the power of, control. But the Death card means that there's a death to something. Something has ended. And something will never be the same. But that's good. Getting rid of the old version of yourself. I love it. If you'd like to get a reading with me, email providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. If you are watching on IG, make sure that you like. Also, follow my account, NYC Kendrick. That's my personal account. And also, follow Providence Tarot. Thank you.